Apple Mac Mini 2024 M4 chip, a compact powerhouse built for the AI era. Apple's 2024 Mac Mini refresh brings significant internal upgrades to its compact desktop line, anchored by the all-new M4 chip. With a 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 16 gigabytes of unified memory, and 256 gigabytes SSD storage, the Mac Mini continues to solidify its place as one of the most accessible yet powerful entry points into the macOS ecosystem. Targeted at everyday users, professionals, and even creative types on a budget. This model also introduces optimization specifically for Apple Intelligence, Apple's new AI platform. So, how well does the M4-powered Mac Mini hold up under real-world use? Let's dive in. Design and build quality. As expected, the 2024 Mac Mini retains the iconic and minimalist aluminum chassis that Apple has used for years. Measuring just 7.7 inches square and standing 1.4 inches tall, it takes up minimal desk space. It's deceptively small, especially considering the power it packs under the hood. There are no significant changes to the physical design compared to previous models, which is both a good and bad thing. While Apple's minimalist aesthetic ages well, some may feel the lack of visible innovation here is a missed opportunity. That said, for most users, the build quality and footprint remain excellent. Performance, M4 chip in action. The headliner is, of course, the M4 chip, Apple's newest entry in its ARM-based silicon lineup. With a 10-core CPU, 6 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores, and 10-core GPU, the chip offers a healthy balance of speed and energy efficiency. In day-to-day usage, web browsing, streaming, productivity apps, and light creative work, the M4 performs flawlessly. Applications launch nearly instantly, multitasking is buttery smooth, and the system runs whisper quiet under load. You can even do light video editing in Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere without hitting major performance bottlenecks. What's especially notable is how well the M4 handles Apple Intelligence, Apple's term for its growing suite of AI and machine learning features. From real-time transcription and summarization in Notes to smarter photo editing in Photos, these features run fluidly thanks to the M4's integrated neural engine, which now boasts significantly higher throughput than its M2 and M3 predecessors. For developers or data scientists dabbling in on-device ML models, the performance uplift is tangible, although it's not quite at the level of dedicated workstation GPUs. Memory and storage. The Mac Mini comes with 16 gigabytes of unified memory, which proves to be sufficient for most workloads in 2024. Unified memory, shared between the CPU and GPU, continues to be one of the most effective aspects of Apple's silicon design. Performance across tasks that need memory bandwidth, like 4K video editing or AI operations, remains stable without the usual memory bottlenecks. That said, the 256 gigabytes SSD is where compromises show. While the SSD itself is incredibly fast, thanks to Apple's PCIe architecture, the capacity feels limiting in 2024, especially if you're dealing with large media files or installing numerous applications. Most users will likely need to supplement with external storage. Connectivity and I/O. Connectivity-wise, the Mac Mini is reasonably well equipped. It includes 2x Thunderbolt 4 USB-C, 2x USB-A. The inclusion of Gigabit Ethernet remains essential for users relying on wired networking, especially in office or studio environments. Thunderbolt 4 support allows for high-speed data transfer and multi-display support, up to 2 displays, including one 6K at 60 Hz via Thunderbolt and one 4K at 60 Hz via HDMI. Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 are supported as well, offering robust wireless performance. However, there's no SD card slot or front-facing USB port, which continues to be a missed opportunity for creative professionals. macOS and ecosystem integration. Running macOS Sonoma And upgradable to Sequoia, the Mac Mini integrates seamlessly into the Apple ecosystem. If you own an iPhone or iPad, features like universal control, AirDrop, handoff, and continuity camera dramatically enhance usability. Using an iPad as a secondary display or using an iPhone to scan documents directly into Mac apps is as easy as ever. Apple Intelligence features work across devices, making for a cohesive and intelligent user experience that's hard to match outside the Apple world. Noise and thermals. Apple has mastered silent computing, and this continues with the 2024 Mac Mini. The machine remains dead silent, even under heavy multitasking. The internal fan rarely kicks in during normal use, and when it does, it's barely audible. Thermal performance is excellent. The system stays cool to the touch, even when pushing the GPU during creative workloads. Its compact size, excellent performance, and deep integration with Apple services make it a compelling choice, especially for those already within the Apple ecosystem. However, this device isn't without its drawbacks. The 256 GB SSD is restrictive for anyone working with large assets. Also, there's no upgrade path. You're locked into the memory and storage options you choose at purchase. For users needing 32 GB or more of RAM, or more than 1 TB of storage, a higher-end configuration or a Mac Studio might be a better fit. Additionally, there's no support for eGPUs, and some pro users might feel constrained by the limited GPU capabilities when compared to workstation-class setups. The lack of front-facing I/O also impacts convenience. Verdict: the 2024 Mac Mini with the M4 chip is a stellar machine for its price point. It offers excellent performance, deep AI integration, and a beautifully compact design. It's not trying to be a workstation, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be. For the majority of users, it's a quiet, fast, and reliable desktop that serves well in both home and professional environments. That said, storage and memory limitations, combined with the sealed non-upgradable design, mean you'll want to carefully choose your configuration at the outset. But if you can live with those constraints, the M4 Mac Mini is easily one of the best value Macs Apple has ever made. Pros: blazing fast M4 chip with excellent AI and multitasking performance. Silent and cool operation. Compact and minimalist design. Strong macOS and Apple ecosystem integration. Plenty of ports for peripherals. Competitive price-to-performance ratio. Cons: 256 GB storage is too limited for many users. Non-upgradable memory and storage. No front-facing ports. No SD card slot. Limited GPU headroom for demanding creative pros.